When collecting samples, it is important to understand the potential safety risks. Wastewater contains bacteria, viruses, parasites, and fungi that can cause infections through inhalation, ingestion, or skin contact. Puncture injuries. Sharp objects like needles can be present in wastewater and pose a risk of blood-borne diseases. Proper personal protective equipment, PPE, should be used when collecting samples. This includes gloves, goggles, and safety boots. Sample collection guidelines. All mixed liquor samples should be collected from the discharge end of the aeration basin, just prior to entering the secondary clarifier. Using a clean dipper or sampler, collect 200 to 500 milliliters of sample in a quart-size plastic bottle. Be sure to leave air space for mixing. Include a chain of custody, COC, form for each sample collected. The COC should include date of collection, sample location, time of collection, placed on ice, yes or no, and collector's name. Samples should be placed immediately on ice in a cooler and transported to the laboratory as soon as possible. Store the sample in the refrigerator if it cannot be analyzed right away. Samples should be analyzed no longer than 24 hours of collection. It is important to be as consistent as possible. For example, avoid analyzing a sample 10 minutes after collection one day and 22 hours after collection the next day. You will need compound microscope with phase contrast, camera attachment with imaging software capable of video capture, standard microscope slide 77 mm by 25 mm or 3 inches by 1 inch and 1 mm thick, pre-cleaned preferred. Cover slips at least 22 by 22 mm. Plastic disposable pipettes. Grease or wax pencil, for marking slides. Ruler with centimeter markings. Quart-size plastic bottle for sample collection. Before preparing your slide, gently mix the sample by inverting the bottle back and forth and pour approximately 100 milliliters of the well-mixed sample into a separate container to be analyzed for mixed liquor suspended solids, MLSS, and mixed liquor volatile suspended solids, MLVSS, if possible. Using a wax or grease pencil, draw 2 vertical lines on the slide spaced 2 cm apart, as shown in the figure. Because the wax or grease markings are slightly raised on the slide, the pencil marking forms a barrier that will be used to contain the sample within a fixed area on the slide. Gently mix the sample and place 4 drops of a well-mixed sample on the slide and cover with a cover slip. It doesn't matter whether you use 2, 3, or 4 drops. What's important is that you use the same number of drops every time. It is not recommended to use more than 4 drops or less than 2 drops. More than 4 drops may be too much and may cause the cover slip to float. Less than 2 drops may not be enough and may cause the slide to dry out too soon. Scan the slide using the 20x or 40x objective. Note, whichever you decide to use the same for each observation, with phase contrast. Scan the slide in a systematic way, not randomly. This can be done by starting at the top left corner of the slide and scanning the slide in 3 to 5 passes, as shown in the figure. Whatever number of passes you decide on, always do it the same way. Following the instructions for the use of the digital software on your camera, begin recording and scan slowly down the slide, recording 1 full pass. 1 full pass is from the top of the slide to the bottom. Make sure to stop and focus the microscope on any microorganism or flock particle that you see. Continue the scan until you reach the bottom of the slide. Stop the video and label the file with date, sample location, scan number and analyst initials. Move over to the right and start the recording again. This time move up the slide, stopping to focus on any microorganism or flock particle that you see. This pass will be labeled scan number 2. Continue until you have completed 3 to 5 passes. Wastewater samples can be highly variable. It is important therefore to try to maintain as much consistency as possible in the laboratory. By maintaining consistent methods in sample collection and analysis, you will ensure reliable data and a more accurate assessment of the wastewater treatment system. Always collect the sample from the same location. Make every effort to collect the sample close to the same time each day. Try to maintain a consistent holding time between sample collection and analysis. Always use a well-mixed sample. Use the same number of drops, minimum of 2, maximum of 4, on the slide. Scan the same size area on the slide. Scan the slide in the same number of passes, between 3 and 5. Always scan at the same magnification. Use the microscopic samples page on GuardDog to upload the collected sample media files and also record and organize all the metadata, such as process variables. You can use the microscopic samples history page on GuardDog to view a history of all the entries and expand the details of any given entry. Our customer assistance team is always available for your help. Please reach out to us for any questions you may have. Let us make the world better together.